Hey everybody, welcome. Survived another record store day, number 2 in the drops, and I just wanted to give a little roundup on it. I'm not going to go into great detail. It was very successful, probably about as successful as the first one, which is kind of surprising because the list was so much smaller. Um, Unfortunately, it poured like cats and dogs, so it was tough for the volunteers. I thank you guys so much. I could not have done it without you. You helped make it a great success. And, there were some bumps as usual. I think doing this virtual curbside version that we're doing, we're sort of one of the few that are trying to socially distance as much as that. And I know that some people don't really like it. Some people like it more because they get their assigned time and they don't have to wait in line. I sort of miss the camaraderie of the line, but I will say, only one person didn't show up at their time, and one person had the courtesy to at least call and say they wanted to not show up because they thought their time was too late to get everything on their list that they wanted. So that was a bit of a bummer. I went ahead and filled it with somebody else or moved people forward. But you got to remember it's there to support the record stores too. It's not all about you and your list. And I know that's just the way society works. So I should not be too surprised with that. But no, it was a very good thing. I think we're going to do the third one the same way, which will be October 24th, and then we'll have to wait and see about Black Friday. Probably the same way, unless all schools are open and we're doing well. That one is pretty much guaranteed to happen. I don't know how big the list is going to be. Be on the lookout. It will probably be posted by the second middle of October. Um, I don't know if it's going to be bigger or smaller than a typical Black Friday list. No idea. But look, when you see those lists, go ahead and either, I know I say, well, send me an email or send me a message. That can be a lot. You can call me too. That can be even more time consuming. But at some point, at least mention the name to me that you're interested in this. I had people who were asking for things this time as we got close to the date that I had no feeling for at all. And if we were going to be shut down, I didn't want to be just throwing orders at things that I didn't know if there was any interest. And there was one in particular that I've ordered this band like 3 times now and nobody ever buys it. So how am I supposed to get a feeling of that as something that someone would want? I mean, it's not like they ever come to the store when it's not record store day to buy other records by that person either. So again, I have no feeling for that at all. This time, there's really no excuse because the list was posted for 6 months, and even though I had to get my orders up 2 months ago, there was plenty of time to mention some of these things. So Black Friday, you're going to have less time, but go ahead and at least say like, hey, can you make sure that you try and at least order this because I might be interested in that. I will try to then at least keep in mind like what I think is the demand and maybe order double just in case they cut me in half. No, I hope they don't cut me in half, but cut my order in half. Whoa, we took a violent turn there. Anyway, so keep those things in mind. All right. I just want to move on to some new releases and make this kind of a short video today. But again, thank you very much for what you did. Another thing that came out on Friday, the day before Record Store Day, I've mentioned it a little bit, is the Prince Sign of the Times box set. This is a thing of beauty. This is the CD version, 8 CDs and a DVD. There's 2 concerts in here. The vinyl version is 13 records and runs about $300, so keep that in mind. But this is around $150. Maybe my box set of the year. I'm putting it in the little spot up there to fill that up. The other box set that really kind of resonated with people this weekend was Lou Reed's New York. This is 3 CDs, 2 records, and a DVD. It's nice that the records are spread over 2 because the original was 1 and it was kind of compressed down and the grooves were so small. So that's kind of nice. If you know Lou, this is probably one of his biggest I would say, well, it's a big sort of comeback record in the late 80s, 89. Anyway, they did a really nice job with this set, so I would definitely keep that one in mind. I'll put that in the other, fill up those little gaps. Let's see, on to some other things here. The Rolling Stones Steel Wheels tour from 1989. If you went to Atlantic City, you might have seen this. This is kind of, this is the concert that has Eric Clapton, John Lee Hooker, and Axl Rose. So keep that one in mind. Another box set, Frank Zappa's Halloween, 1981. This comes with a mask and a cape. You got your Frankula in there. It is 6 CDs, so it's quite a lot of music. And then one box set that sort of slipped by. It was a record store day from the first one, and I have one left at this point. Is the Iggy Pop Live 1991. I've heard very good things about this. It's on sort of colored vinyl down there. All right, and that will be, once that's sold, that's gone. For good. There's Guns N' Roses. This is their greatest hits. I don't know if this had been out on vinyl before. They did add Shadow of Your Love, which was the bonus track that came out with the deluxe Appetite for Destruction. So if you want all the GNR stuff in one spot. Let's see. Some new things this week I'm going to kind of go through. They're reissuing Christmas Gift for You, Phil Spector. Some nice reissues this week. Mariah Carey's first record, which I think a bunch more are on the way. We've got New Order's Blue Monday 12-inch, plus Thieves Like Us, Murder, and Confusion. And there's a box set for Power, Corruption, and Lies, if you like that. Can't show this because it's graphic. Jane's Addiction, Ritual de la Habitual. This is very limited. This is on Pearl Vinyl, and it's a Rocktober thing that Rhino's doing this year. Also, Rocktober loves Forever Changes. This is the first time since 1967 on mono. Also, Green Day's Nimrod. This is on yellow, transparent vinyl. That's highly sought after. Some actual new releases. You've got Lana Del Rey's Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass, excuse me. This is poetry read over music. So if you are a Lana fan, ought to be pretty compelling. The new Youngsi, a member of Sigur Rós, lead singer, Shiver. Have not heard it yet. Can't wait to. New Roger Waters live, Us and Them. Anyway, this is from his tour from last year, maybe last couple years. Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. This is the 25th anniversary on silver vinyl. Can you believe it's that old? When you think the Beatles' career was only 7-8 years long, and it's been 25 years since an Oasis record, like over 3 times the time. Dawes' new record. This one produced by Dave Cobb. These are yellow marbled vinyl, limited. Then we have Queen and Adam Lambert. I think that's the first time that they've been sort of documented on an actual recording. If you like Queen, and I don't know, I think Adam's got a pretty good voice, and it sort of suits them. And the new Sufjan Stevens, The Ascension. Fantastic stuff. Big fan of Sufjan, and that is another interesting addition to his catalog, along with, if you like things like Age of Odds and stuff like that. Maybe not even that strange, but I say strange. Creative. New Bob Mould, Blue Hearts. If you like Husker Du, this is the Bob Mould for you. Punky, energetic, feisty, slightly angry. Can I say pissed off? Anyway, it's great. New Deftones, Ohms. This is one of the highest rated albums of the year on Metacritic. I think it gets like a 90 or 89 somewhere. It's pretty high. So maybe it's all Deftones fans voting. I don't know. But it's one to check out. One I really am enjoying, actually, and kind of came out of nowhere is the new Flaming Lips, American Head. I felt like they sort of got almost too psychedelic for their own good at times in the last 15 years or so, and forgot to actually make great music that spoke to people. And this is a great personal kind of record, reflecting on growing up in Oklahoma City. Casey Musgraves is on it quite a bit. The OC's Protean Threat. This is also another kind of great record that people have been asking about a lot, like psychedelic modern rock. Thelonious Monk, Palo Alto. This record is sort of an undiscovered recording. 1968, he recorded at a high school gymnasium in Palo Alto, California, and someone had the tapes, and here we are with that 50 some years later. David Bowie, gold vinyl edition of Young Americans to celebrate 45 years. They've done colored editions of his others. Yes's album, The Ladder, which is a great record, features most of the original cast of Yes, including John Anderson and Chris Squire. It was a 90s record. Hard to find on vinyl and back. And then lastly, but not leastly, Elton John's covers on a picture disc. These are early covers. He does things like Spirit in the Sky, United We Stand, Love of the Common People, and it looks interesting. Traveling Band. So if you like Elton, that might be worth picking up. All right, so I think that's all I have. I don't want to spend too much time. Got to get my store open and do the actual work. Not like this isn't work. I love this. Anyway, y'all know how comfortable I am with being on camera. So thank you very much for another great record store day. I hope this wasn't an overwhelming amount of information. I really appreciate everything y'all do, and we'll see you for number 3, October 24th, Black Friday, November 27th. Mark your calendars. Look at the lists. Take care. Bye. Have a good one.